Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, early this morning. And I want to bring to our attention a new code word. And that code word is fake news. Now, that word is not really new. It's been around for quite some time. We know that the news media has oftentimes, over time, sometimes, got things wrong. And many times they would come back and put on the inside of the page or on the back of the page something that used to be a front page story trying to say, well, we were wrong. Well, that was something that just a normal occurrence. But recently, or should I say over the past several years, the word has become codified. Fake news. And it was basically brought into that status under the presence of Donald Trump on the scene. And he would say, fake news, fake news, fake news. Fake news are distraction because people, like I said a moment ago, have heard and recognized these little minor things over and over, but didn't put too much attention to it, except sometimes when you were black or you were a minority. Sometimes they just ignore you. Wasn't fake news, they just ignored you. But now it's a constant focus on fake news, fake news. And what did we find out about fake news? We found out that when fake news was brought to our attention, and in the past, the real main focus was on the election. It has always been on some struggle between a certain person or a certain group of people, and they would always want to call this to their defense, fake news. But what happened was they were saying that these guys over here trying to steal the election. And when people would say something in response, they'd call it whatever. If it didn't go along with what these voices were saying, it was fake news, fake news. And what we found out, ladies and gentlemen, is all of that focus on fake news was to keep you centered, watching. They got you thinking now, and you watching. You want to catch them, watching. While at the very same time, those who were crying out fake news were doing everything they possibly could to steal the election. And not only did they do everything that they could to try to steal it, a year or so after, they're still trying to steal it. They're still trying to steal it. So if you didn't believe they were trying to steal it in the beginning, you can definitely get a second dose. And guess what they'll say? Fake news. So when you hear the word fake news, it's going to be coming from, some people say Donald Trump's folks or the Republicans because they don't, deny it. Or some people say because these guys would do anything to get or to achieve or to destroy, they're willing to obviously lie, cheat, and steal. We've seen that. So we call this, when you say fake news, you might as well know that this is something coming from the devil's advocates, and they're trying to distract you. So don't be moved. Watch them. Watch whoever's calling something fake news. They got a scheme of they're trying to pull something over on you. Remember that the code word is fake news. It means that somebody's trying to pull something over on you. Someone, and usually the one that's trying to pull something over on you is the one that said fake news. Have a good day.